Hello friends, I'm so glad you could join me today. I am documenting my journey on becoming debt-free again, so welcome to Second Chance Budgeting. I'll be exploring cash stuffing and unstuffing, finding ways to increase my income, and saving towards some big goals, all while digging myself out of debt once again. I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you join me. Today we are going to be unstuffing purchases from March. And then after that's done, we're going to be doing my March sinking funds update, so I can see the progress that I've made this past month. See the progress in total. So let's jump into unstuffing. I'm going to set this aside for the moment. I did take out money from my change fund, the $20, and I'll use that to make change. So I've got my tally over here of what I need to unstuff. So I do use credit cards if you've never seen my videos. But what I do at the end of every month is I unstuff any credit card purchases, and then I take that money back to the bank to pay off my credit card in full. So I never carry a balance on any of my credit cards. That's not where my debt comes from. So let's get into that. So for the month, I usually give myself $200 for food, and I did spend $137 of that. So let's take out $140. I'll give myself $3 back. And then I'm going to set $1 aside for a savings challenge that I had. And basically what I do with any money that I have left over, because that's always my goal, is to have money left over, I put those into various sinking funds until I reach a certain balance on that. So my food money that's left over is going to go into food surplus. My thoughts are, having done this for several months now, is I think I want to get to 3 months worth of food expenses in here, and then once I finish with that, then I will use that money maybe to go to other sinking funds or maybe savings challenges. But I'm trying to build up a little bit of a buffer, just to keep building on that savings. So yes, so that's where the extra food money is going to go for that. And then for gas, whatever I don't use for that goes into car maintenance. So I believe in March, I only had to fill up once, which is great, even though the cost of gas went up pretty dramatically, as it always does, Okay, so that was 36. So I'm going to take back 4. So that will go into my car maintenance buffer. That one's probably going to be a little bit higher. I'm thinking probably around 1,000, just because I don't know. I haven't really seen a car repair that isn't at least 1,000. And if so, you're pretty lucky. But that's my thought on that one. And then let's see, for other this month, I did use cash for some purchases, and then I also need to unstuff $9 as well. So I'll give myself $1 back. And then I just put this into my other surplus. So if I had any expenses that came up, otherwise I would just use this money for that. I haven't really figured out a good amount for that, just because I'm not really giving myself very much to begin with. I give myself $60 a month, which is not a lot. And so far I've done really well in not spending a lot of it, just like really focusing on what is very, very essential. But, that will come to an end fairly soon. So I haven't figured out an amount for that one, but yeah, we'll just see. If you guys have any suggestions, that would be awesome. Let's see. I also need to unstuff a couple of things from this binder. So medical, I did have some expenses there, so I need to unstuff 108 from that. Let's see. Okay, so let's do 120. I'll give myself 16 back. Did I do that right? No, I did not do that right. Sorry, it's been a long day. So 120 minus 108. Math. The math is not mathing today. All right, 12 back. That's a little bit better. Okay. And the final thing that I need to unstuff is my extra debt. So at the end of the month, I usually sweep this and go directly to paying bills. So it should be 150. So let's just make sure. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 150. Okay, perfect. So if I did everything correctly, my tally says 440, but I do need to take back $20 to put back into my change fund. So I'm just gonna set this off to the side and let's give this a quick count. So 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 420, 440, perfect. And I'm just gonna put that into my back to the bank envelope. All right, so that is everything that I need to take back to the bank. Now that everything's cleared, we can go ahead and figure out my tally for sinking fund. So let me do some moving around. All right, I'm just gonna make sure that that's in view of camera. Okay, so time for counting. So as I've said in previous videos, like this is a motivation for me sometimes, and I really found myself struggling this month with just feeling like I'm not making enough progress, even though like good things were happening, like in my savings challenges, like I reached 2 goals, but even at that, I was just still feeling like I don't know, it's hard to explain. I was just feeling a lack of motivation or a lack of feeling like I had progress, or I don't know what it was. I was just kind of a little dissatisfied, I guess, this month for whatever reason. I don't know what, but this kind of helps me month to month, just keep track of what my progress really is and just a motivation to keep going. So I know it's just a bunch of counting, but for me, it just really helps me keep going in this journey that I'm doing. All right, so let's get into it. Let's see, so I have in my columns here, I have my ending balances for these sinking funds in February. And so now this month this month I will put what the balances are now and see how much I grew, or maybe if I use some of the money from that sinking fund just to see what change happened there, and if it's something that I kind of expected and planned for, or maybe if it's something that I need to rein back. I expect it to be fine. I really watched my spending in March. I don't know about in April. I kind of anticipate that I'm going to be spending a lot in April, but let's just focus on March. All right, so in food surplus, let's give us a quick count. So 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58. So 358. Oops. That looks like a 0. Like I said, long day, right? I hope your week is going really well though. Mine is, it's just been very busy. Okay, so we grew that by 62. All right, in car maintenance, we now have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. So 273. Okay, and that grew by 64. And then my other surplus is at 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 30, 31. So that grew by 41. All right, and then giving 20, 40, 50, 60, 75. So that grew by 30. All right. Just put this off to the side and grab my savings and debt binder. All right, and in medical, let's see, we started with 324 and now I've got 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. So 296. Yeah. Okay. That decreased by 28. Sorry, I was just looking. It didn't feel right to me, but I am making some changes to this fund even. And so I know that I didn't put quite as much money into that. But yeah, that does make sense. Okay, and then extra debt, we know that we just unstuffed all of that. So I might just take that off of this sinking funds tally, just because it is always at zero because I unstuff at the very end of the month. Okay, so emergency savings, we started with 505 and then now I've got 500 in the bank, 600, 620, 40, 60, 80, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 800, 820, 45. So 845. Okay, so that grew by 340. And I'm really excited. Like I'm getting so close to that $1,000 goal that I have. So I'm pretty happy with that progress. In savings, I've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 50, 500, 20, 40, 60. So that grew by 160. All right, month ahead, I reallocated that money to other sinking funds. So we are at zero, so that's a decrease of 200, but that's really to be expected. And I really put that money into other sinking funds, so it'll show up in different places. Interview started with 40, now I've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So that grew by 60. And that is everything for this binder. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. All right, close. It looks like I started with 135 and I ended with 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85. And that grew by 50. And then fun. I started the month with 120 and I ended with 150. So I grew that by 30. Oops. Okay, travel, I started with 120 as well, and that is at 150. So it grew by 30. Sorry, I just realized I was like putting my pen over on top of everything, so hopefully you're able to see that. All right, car registration started with 165, and now we've got 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 220, 225. Okay, that grew by 60. Holidays, we started with 28. Now we've got 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. So that grew by 20. Okay, and then on to hobbies. I've got 120. So we grew by 20 there. All right, and then on to my house fund. All right, in down payment, we started with 485, and now I've got 500 in a high yield savings account, and then 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 620, 625. Okay, and that grew by 140. In closing costs, I started the month with $40, and now I have in there 90. So I added 50. And then my moving, let's see, I started off the month with 20, and now I have $70 in there, so that grew by 50. Okay, and that looks like everything for that binder. My last one that I do keep track of and I tally up is my savings challenges. I know a lot of people do not keep track of what's in their savings challenges, but I do just for motivation's sake. But while we're in here, I'm going to put this dollar into my use my change challenge. And then I'm gonna put my $20 back into my change fund really quickly, just while I'm in here. And I don't really keep track of those. My change fund is staying the same at 20 at the moment. I might up that a little bit just because I feel like it might be helpful, but we'll see. And then I'm just gonna keep stuffing money into this. So what I do for this, if you are not aware, is I will save my coins, and instead of putting them into a piggy bank or something like that, what I'll do is I will use them at a self-checkout, like $1 at a time. And then what I'll do is I will look at that receipt, and then whatever category that I use that dollar for at the self-checkout, I will stuff $1 into here. And I'm just kind of curious, like instead of saving all that money in a piggy bank, I'm saving it as the form of dollar bills in this envelope. So I'm just kind of curious as to how much I can save that way. All right, let's keep going. So my goal number 1, I started with 197, and now I've got 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 210, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that grew by 28. Okay, I better double check just because I am doubting myself at the moment. Yes, 28, okay. All right, goal number 2 started with 98 and now I've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. So that decreased by 20. So if there's a decrease in one of these savings challenges, that means that I accomplished a goal and I'm starting on the next one. So that's the only reason this money would go down. And like I said, I did accomplish 2 goals in my savings challenge video, which is the one that came out, let's see, a week ago, I believe. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. You might enjoy that. All right, goal number 3, I've got 220 at the beginning of the month, and now I've got 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, sorry, I lost count. I got distracted. Okay, 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92. So that increased by 72. All right, goal number 4. I started with 15 and now I've got 10, 15, 20, 21, 22. So that went up by 7. My 5th goal, it started at 73 and now I've got 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so that must have been one of the ones that I accomplished because it went down. So that just means we're starting on the next one. So that went down by 54. Okay, my final goal, we began the month with 186 and now I've got 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60. Hang on, I'm having a hard time today with counting. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63. So 263. Okay, and that went up by 77. All right, so what's left to do is just tally this money up. So I will go ahead and do it on my calculator, but I'll speed it up for you guys. So 358. All right, so we are at $5,300 in my sinking funds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to total this column up as well and make sure that it equals the change between these two. So I will speed that up for you as well. All right, perfect. So between 4,211 and 5,300 is a positive growth overall of 1,800. Okay, so that is correct. So this change is how much my sinking funds grew between the beginning of the month and the end of the month. So $1,089. So that's everything I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed that, and hope you are finding some encouragement in growing your sinking funds as well. If you enjoyed watching this video, please do all the things like leave me a comment or a question below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks and have a great day.